Eagles by way of New Jersey. You know what I mean? Shout out to my last time viewers. Shout out to the first time viewers. Whether you viewing this, that's how you know I messed up over the game. Let me try to do my intro over, bro. What's going on, man? It's your boy Hype Fan Eagle representing the Philadelphia Eagles by way of New Jersey, man. Shout out to my first time viewers. Shout out to my last time viewers. Shout out to the people that's viewing this video rather religiously or in passing. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so you will be notified when I go live. Ladies and gentlemen. Officially fall out here. It is officially cold. It's 38 degrees with a high of 63. This is my type of weather. I'm loving it. This is also football weather. You know what I mean? Not too cold, not too warm. This is right there. I love it, man. You know, I was born in November. You know what I mean? November's very own, and I just love this type of weather. You feel what I'm saying? So that part. Um, Yo, we got a lot to talk about. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you will be notified. Blah, 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 blah. Yo, we got a lot to talk about, bro. Know what's going on with Philly. You know what I'm saying? The Bounce Podcast, what's good? Man, I'm at my new job. I haven't been able to join. I'm in tune in, go birds. Listen, man, it's always gonna be go birds. You feel what I'm saying? But it's a lot, you know what I mean? And I want to start off by saying this, right? Now, when you look at the team in totality, who is the blame, right? So you could point your finger at Kevin Patullo, but you also need to point your finger at the play play calling on offense and defense. You also need to point your fingers at the offensive line. You also got to point your fingers at the defense. You also got to point your fingers at the secondary. You also got to point your fingers at the defensive line. It's enough blame to go around, including Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? Including Jalen Hurts. That's first and foremost. You know what I mean? Number one, I want to say everybody got their numbers, right? So Jalen Hurts had what? 266 passing yards, close to 283. AJ Brown had 6 receptions for 80 yards. Dallas Goddard had 110 receiving yards for I think he had 10 receptions for 100. Anyway, he was in hundreds, right? Had a touchdown. Smitty was 4 for 49, right? Jahan Dotson had 2 catches. So Jalen Hurts was spreading the ball around, you know? Saquon Barkley couldn't run anywhere because the offensive line couldn't block. Joy Malata was in the spin cycle the whole night. Exactly, Hurts too. Joy Malata was in the spin cycle the whole night. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't do nothing with Dexter Lawrence and Kayvon Thibodeau. Couldn't do anything. The whole offensive line is trash. I don't want to hear none of this super team stuff. I don't want to hear, what Jalen Hurts surrounded by all this talent. That's not the case this year. It's not the case. Everybody is playing mediocre football. Everybody. Jalen Hurts missed a wide open Devontae Smith and, and a wide open AJ Brown when Jalen Hurts almost threw that pick six. When it was picked off, he missed a wide open AJ Brown. He was trying to hurry up and get the ball out of his hands and not fully read in the field. He had moments when when he was dicing them up, throwing the ball very well, but at moments the line couldn't block. He didn't read the field on one particular play, and then he overthrew Smitty. You can't win like that. And then the defense, oh my gosh. Like I said, it is enough blame to go around. Enough blame to go around. You're back, FBI, bro. I don't even know what you're talking about right now, bro. FBI what? Brett Toth need to be fired today. Somebody gotta go, bro. Somebody gotta go. On the defensive side, we cannot, first of all, Andrew Makuba is too little. I'm not gonna lie. Andrew Makuba is too little. He was getting bullied. Andrew Makuba was getting bullied back there. There's enough blame to go around. And I'm going to sound like there's enough blame to go around. Andrew Makuba was getting bullied back there. Keely Ringo can't tackle. He can't cover. He can't, yo, he can't cover a tortoise if they was running across the street. Keely Ringo cannot cover a tortoise if he was running across the street. A tortoise, whatever you want to call them, slow ass turtles. Keely Ringo can't do anything on the football field besides play special teams. That is where his special power is at. Okay? I don't know where the defensive line was at tonight. No pressure. You let a rookie quarterback do that to you. Now, granted, I understand he's mobile. Bro, this is his third game starting. He was dicing up the defense. Zach Ball got ran over by Scatterboo twice. Zach Ball got ran over by Scatterboo twice. Twice. This is how pathetic the defense is. And I want to say this, right? I want to be on the side of giving the defense some bail, right? I want to be on the side of giving the defense some bail because they held us down. They held us down for like 4 games, bro. When we were supposed to come through as an offense, put the women and children to bed, the defense came through. So I want to give them some grace. Along with the grace, the defense was horrible, bro. No pressure, no simulated pressure for the defensive line, no pressure at all. The linebackers couldn't tackle. I don't know what Zach Bond and Jahad Campbell was doing. I don't know what Reed Blank. I don't know what nobody was doing. Yo, Khalil Ringo got to be benched, and it's sad. Listen, this is on the organization. This is on the organization. You should have never got rid of CJ Gardner Johnson. Sometimes you might need, if you could deal with AJ Brown, you could deal with CJ Gardner Johnson, bro. If you could deal with AJ Brown, you could have dealt with CJ Gardner Johnson. You should have kept Isaiah Rodgers. You really set up there as the organization and looked at Keely Ringo last year and thought that we can go out there with him. Y'all really think that? Well, y'all really thought that? Y'all really thought that? Y'all looked at AJ, not AJ, Keely Ringo, and like, you can go out there with Keely Ringo. Let's give up Darius Slay and Isaiah Rodgers. What? You know what? On the offense, let's give up Fred Johnson. Let's let him walk, and let's not pay Mekhi Becton. We get stuck with Matt Pryor and Brett Toll. Are you serious? Are you serious? Every time a team is successful at doing something, the year following that, we get rid of the pieces that made it successful. There's other pieces that is expandable. You didn't have to keep Keely Ringo. Let's trade him. It's a lot of players out there that we let walk and go to other teams. You still got Justin Simmons out there. Marcus Epps isn't the answer, bro. And if he is the answer, he didn't have time. He don't got the playing time to develop in his Vic Fangio defense. Keely Ringo is no excuse. He had time to develop. He had time to be the starter. He had time to learn behind Adoree Jackson and then become the starter again. And this is what we put on the field. This is what we have no choice but to put on the field. Peter Walker was good. Jalen played Jalen played okay with the exception of two passes that he missed, right? Because when I look at it, he was 24 for 33, right? He had 266 or 283 something yards in total, probably, right? He was throwing the ball. It's just two plays that mattered. He needed back on a almost pick six. He had AJ Brown wide open. That's the play that mattered. On a downfield pass to Smitty, he had um, on a downfield pass to Smitty, he had Smitty wide open and missed him by like 5 yards, 5 or 6 yards. Those are the plays that he wants to have back. Other than that, he was pretty decisive in the pocket and he was moving the ball. Everybody got their touches, everybody got their numbers. But the offensive line, listen, y'all got to understand, everything starts with the offensive line. You cannot run with the offensive line. You cannot throw if you got a bad offensive line. Jalen Hurts continuously got to escape out the pocket because the offensive line can't block. They can't block. There's no running lanes, right? There's no running lanes. And this time, I won't blame everything on Kevin Patullo because the offense can't produce as players. If we could run the ball, then the throwing would be successful. We can't run the ball, so we can't throw. And that's when things come predictable. That's when the offense become predictable. As I say in my thumbnail, there's a lot of blame to go around, not just Kevin Patullo, but you gotta blame the players, it's individuals. You gotta blame the schemes and the concepts. I'm going to work, bro. I'm going to work. You feel what I'm saying? Jackson was looking like Lamar Jackson out there, bro. And I'm not no hater. Listen, I said, listen, you cannot overlook a team just because of their record. At the end of the day, you are in the NFL and you are playing a division rival. You can't overlook a team. You cannot overlook a team no matter what their record is. The Giants found their quarterback and the Giants found their future running back. The Giants have a tandem now. We lost to a team with no starting wide receivers. We lost to a team that got Wandale Robertson. We lost to a team that got Rondell Robinson. Are you serious? We lost to a team that got Wandale Robinson. You telling me Kelly Ringo can't be a wide receiver named Wandale Robinson? You mean to tell me Zach Bone is getting ran over by somebody named Cam Scatterbull? He was out there looking like Mahomes and Matthew Stafford. No, Mayfield. A little bit of Mahomes, a little bit of Baker Mayfield. And this is who we lost to. I'm telling you right now, we do not have the recipe to repeat. We do not have the recipe to repeat. We don't. We don't have the recipe to repeat and go back to a Super Bowl. I'm telling you that now. I'm telling you that now. We got to tighten up. And I don't know if we can at this point. You want to know why? Because everybody got the fluke beat us. Everybody has the blueprint on how to beat us. What's the Jalen Hurts? Bring pressure because the offensive line can't block. They don't have no cornerbacks. So start sending people in motion. Get your best dynamic wide receiver. Put them on cornerback number two, and that's when you're gonna find success. Andrew McCuba is too little. We're gonna go right at him. They don't bring pressure on the defensive line. We're gonna run the ball. That's the blueprint on how to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Our run defense team been got exposed since week one. I agree. since we played the Cowboys. I agree, bro. And that, like I said, bro, that's on the organization. You cannot think that you can give up certain defensive pieces and feel like, yo, I don't care where the I don't care where the NFL is trending, bro. The NFL is trending more towards the offense, getting these yards and these plays. I don't care about that, bro. Defense win games, offense sell tickets. At the end of the day, defense win games. If you don't have a strong defense, I don't care how powerful your offense is, you will be struggling week in and week out. You have to have a strong defense. We can't give yo, Milton Williams gone. CJ Gardner Johnson gone. Josh Sweat gone. Brandon Graham gone. Darius Slay gone. Isaiah Rodgers gone. You get my drift? We got Uche Ojolari. Who we got? Kareem Hunt, Jalen Hunt, Jalix Hunt. We gave the keys to these guys. We gave the keys to these guys. Come on, bro. It's enough blame to go around, bro. There's enough blame to go around, bro. It's not one individual. It's a collective to blame, bro. Collective. Offense, defense, offensive coordinator, and, and Nick Sirianni, of course. And as I said before, I got to give the defense a little grace because they've been holding us down for 4 weeks straight when the offense was struggling. So I got to give them some grace. Although they played terrible tonight, although they were treated like whores that they are, they were treated like whores. I got to give them some grace. Got to. You feel what I'm saying? Got to. Yeah, I mean, but listen, man, I'm about to charge my phone and everything like that. More videos on the way, man. I gotta do another video to break this down more in depth, man. Shout out to my boy Out of Bounds Podcast. Shout out to my guy Peter Walker. You already know, man. It's your boy Hyphen Nigga representing the Philadelphia Eagles by way of New Jersey gang.